What a jump shot into the side pocket. There we go. Sorry, guys. I'm not sure what's going on with the audio, but we are back up and running. Not sure how long the audio was down. Sorry about that, guys. Just in case it was longer than I'm hoping that the audio was down, we are in rack number 2 in a race to 9. Dylan Spohr versus Brandon Shuff. You're listening to myself, Josh Setterfield, and I'm joined in the booth by Jeremy Mason from The Sweat. Glad to have you here, brother, man. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, man, it's such a pleasure to be here. You know I'm a bigger fan of the stream that you guys have than anybody on the planet. I watch everything that you guys do. I'm always chatting with you guys in the comments as often as I can. You guys are top-notch. And you have the perfect team, I think. Like, Del is just one of a kind when it comes to play-by-play, breaking down the game and his little European flair that he has.
Oh, that's amazing.
And you know so much about the technological side of these things that everything, if there is a minor problem with the stream, you're so quick to be able to fix it and tighten things up. You guys are, and of course Jake, what can you say about Jake? I mean, the guy just doesn't do anything halfway. Everything that he does is going to be professional and well put together. And you guys are my favorite, man. And I really appreciate the chance to be in here hanging out with you guys today.
You know what? I think I'm going to have to clip that, and that's going to be the new BSN commercial. I mean, you spoke to us very well, so thank you, my friend.
That's what I'm here for.
Hopefully everybody in the chat's feeling the exact same way. If you do, guys, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Let everybody know when you hit the thumbs up, you're doing more than just saying, hey, I like this video. Look at this breakout. Oh, what
a great shot. Just to be able to judge how far he was going to drag that ball out of the corner with the low right there. And now he's probably going to play a safety here, but he has a lot of options now that ball is free and he has full view of it.
Do you like hiding the cue ball, or do you like hiding the 3-ball here?
I almost always like hiding the cue ball if it's up to me.
Yeah.
I have a theory on it that as players, on every single shot, we control the cue ball. And we're used to controlling the cue ball, and the object balls travel on a continuous path through the center of the pocket, and they end up in some place that we don't know.
Yeah.
And so when you kind of have to back off of that and try to figure out exactly where an object ball is going to end up at a pace that you hit it at, it can be a little bit tougher to judge, I think. But there are times when it's called for sure.
He just got away with that one, I'll tell you that much.
What did he try to do there? Was that aggressive?
To be honest with you, I'm not sure what he was actually aiming for. I thought for sure he was going to hit the 1 ball to the long rail, sorry, not the 1 ball, but the 3-ball to the long rail and come down and just send the cue ball up table. But he swung at something different here, and Dylan's back at the table. Let's see here.
Yeah, a bit of a flyer there, and Dylan's in great shape. I mean, wow, I'm actually a little surprised he decided to play safe. Maybe he couldn't see enough of that ball to cut it in the corner. I'm not sure. I thought he had it, but again, sometimes these camera angles from the booth is just barely enough where if a guy's hooked by a hair, you can't really tell.
It can be difficult. Let's see here.
So probably a jump shot here for Brandon. I mean, it's good space between the cue ball and the 9. The cue ball's off the rail, and I look for him to be aggressive with this because position will be basically automatic for the 5. He hit it pretty good, and he's going to probably get a decent... Well, I don't know. If you show me the other angle here, I think that ball goes. Dylan can cut this. It's very thin. You might look for a different play here, too.
Yeah, I mean, if you cut it, you're sending the cue ball running around. 5's hanging in the pocket, though, so as long as you don't get blocked, I mean, you're going to make the 5 ball.
The only problem here is on a shot like this where you're cutting it this thin, it's a lot more difficult when the cue is this close to the rail and you can't really spin it the way that you want to.
That bridging's a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, he did call it, though. It's possible he's playing it off the 10. That would be a much fuller hit on the ball. That is what he tried. And this is going to be a sellout here. He's going to be able to pocket this 10 ball and hold the cue for the 3 in the same pocket. Obviously, with the WPA rules we're playing by, the 10 ball will spot up. Well, I was surprised by how he played that too, but he knows where the balls are going. Brandon also plays pretty good straight pool from what I understand and things of that nature, so he's going to make the right decisions on those kind of plays more often than not.
Well, you saw him reach for the template rack right there, and it's because he was about to start racking the balls. And
oh, was he?
Yeah, and then I don't
so
know
maybe
if he remembered or somebody said something, but
so maybe he didn't play shape for the 3. Maybe that was
he thought
a little
that was
fortunate.
into the rack right there.
That's interesting. And this is their first match of the tournament, right? So it's very possible that he didn't know that rule.
You're exactly right. I mean, it's so funny. Sometimes we'll be talking to pit players about the rules, and like literally, like we tell them about the rules, and then the very first rack, you know, that comes up, and it
oh my lord,
and it doesn't count. It actually happened in the Shane and the Wolford and SBB match, which is kind of funny, but. Man, what an exhibition that was.
Yeah, and it's so funny at the time. If you're Shane Wolford, you're thinking, okay, whatever. You know, it's Shane Van Boning. He got a rack. It might not be that big of a deal. I mean, and then next thing you know, he's got a chance to go 16-16.
Yeah, you'll have to go around that way. Yeah. No.
Yeah, so that rack actually ended up being fairly big because
right as you get closer down to it would have been tied up if you take
yes, and he had a chance to tie it up, and man, just we talked about it in the last match, but man, for anybody just joining us, if you didn't watch that match last night, we had an exhibition between.
It's going to be uploaded on YouTube, and you guys have to hit that subscribe button to be able to come back and watch it for the low cost of free.
First of all, if you're a pool player or a fan of pool and you're out there somewhere and you are not subscribed to the Billiard Sports Network, I don't know what you're doing with your life. This is just a top-notch stream, and you don't want to miss the great productions that these guys put on, and it's just the best pool in the area. You're not going to find better matchups anywhere. You're not going to find better pool anywhere.
Well, I tell you what, I wonder how long it's going to be before we get SVB on the TV table here.
I think it won't be long because I'll tell you why. You know, his second round match is against Ryan McCreesh.
Secret, Josh.
I hate to tell you.
Right? It's everywhere. But yeah, I'm super excited to be able to feature this level of play here, and like you said, Shane's going to be up on the TV table before too long, so make sure you're hitting that share button, guys. Tell everybody that we're live. Let them know we're going to have SVB along with many other top of the game names. This is going to be fantastic, guys. Brandon managed to get out of that last rack, tie it up 1-1. We're in rack number 3 in a race to 9. He's got perfect shape on the one ball.
Yeah, this was a dry break from Dylan, and wide open rack.
Does the 4-ball, it looks like the 4-ball is going to go by that 6. So
I think it does, and the other thing is with the brand new cloth we're playing on, all these balls will slide in off the rail still if you hit them in at a good pace. So I got to think that ball goes. Like, you see how you hit the 1 there? Like, a month from now, that ball won't go on a diamond.
No, it'll just wrap.
But that's how they're playing right now. So I have to think the 4 slides by, even if it does have to brush the rail a little bit.
Even if that's knowledge that you guys have heard before in the past, just remember that, guys. You hear it all the time. You know, whoever adapts to the equipment faster is going to be the one who wins. And, you know, right now it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. There's, you know, the amount of people that's in here right now is probably going to be a little bit different than it is in another 4 hours. Temperature is going to be different outside. So it'll be a constant adapting to the set you're in. Now, Brandon might have just got himself in some trouble here, and he didn't even invite us to the ceremony, but he just married that 3-ball. And
that was awful rude of him. I think he does have a good chance here to thin this ball and go 2 rails right into the back of the 9-10. I think. It's kind of hard to tell.
So I can see Brandon right now. These are the
Do we have an angle from the foot rail?
I got this one, and I got a side.
Yeah.
I just saw he was looking at me looking right in my eyes and just smiling and nodding his head because he's like, dang it, I did it to myself again.
I think he's looking at going the other way, coming, thinning the 3 and going out of this near corner where he's at right now. 1, 2 rails.
Does that ball go?
He's looking at cutting it, and it'll throw towards the pocket. He's going to hit straight away from it almost. But he's thinking if he can run his cue ball down at about below the 9, he'll have the 4. He has a 2-way shot.
This is about to be something special, guys. Let's see what happens.
He's trying to play this 2 ways. If the 3 throws in, he's going to have shape on the 4. If it doesn't go, he'll be behind the 10. He ended up playing straight safe, but he didn't spin it at all.
And he gave this up to Dylan.
That cue ball didn't carry any spin with it at all. He was trying to play a natural angle with it, and he didn't quite get it long enough to get behind the cluster there. Back to the point you were making a little while ago, Josh. It's funny because when you do have equipment playing like this, new cloth, it's playing very easy. The balls are sliding in, even though they are tight pockets. The balls are sliding in. It's funny. You'll get in a match and you'll have 2 guys. One guy will be sliding balls in off the rail, and the other guy will be complaining about how sloppy the other guy is getting away with playing. And that's the wrong mentality to have. You have to understand the equipment that you're playing playing in. And if it is easier to pocket balls, you can really use that to your advantage on creating some different angles on certain shots when you're not perfectly in shape.
Yeah.
Or even taking some tougher shots on, like, so you can be simpler with your position play if you get out of line. If you know you have to cut a ball down the rail and it can brush in, that's a lot easier.
That 3-ball from Dylan was a little bit of a surprising miss. I don't know if maybe the cameras were a little deceiving or if that was just an unforced error there. But either way, Brandon's back at the table with the 3-ball here. There might be, I can't tell exactly if the 5's going to have to be in play here, but he might be able to get in and out of there without rubbing the 5.
I want to say he's looking to go around the back of it with some outside here.
Boom.
Oh, he did. He went right into it. That's not what he wanted. And that's kind of 2 shots in a row that I thought Brandon needed some spin, and he tried to play the natural stun angle, and neither one really worked out for him here. So from the other angle here, we'll see how much of this 4-ball he has. But things have not really gone Brandon's way so far in this set. He's made a couple of positional errors, a couple of misjudgments.
He's going to thin this 4 and try to use the 8 as a blocker. You have side pocket danger zone, obviously. You guys see where he just laid his cue, so you can see where he's trying to contact just to the left of the side pocket here with the cue ball, and then be able to use some of this traffic that the 4-ball's around as a blocker. So that was always the danger. It was either the scratch or it was the point, right?
Yeah, the point's so big.
He has to hope. I think he gave this up right here.
Oh, yeah, Dylan's got this for sure. Even if he has
a discount,
he might have to kind of like play like a stop shot with a little bit of right on this to throw it just a hair, but it goes for sure. And all he has to do is park his rock. Even a stop shot here, the slight back cut on the 6 would be fine.
So
he had all of it.
This is the part of the match that I was talking about where I love to watch and really zone in on on his focus and the way he responds from here on out, because once a player has made a couple mistakes like that, you're really forced into the mental side of the game is really going to shine through. Can you have that goldfish 10-second memory and forget about the mistakes that you made and just go out there and do what you know how to do, or does it fester? And I feel like every time there's an unforced error that happens now, it's like it could be catastrophic. It could be 10 times bigger. So super anxious to see how this match turns out. Dylan came up a little bit short on the angle for the 8-ball here. It's totally fine. We know he can cut this ball. He just needs to get off the rail from when the cue ball stops. Don't leave himself on the rail in the 9-ball here. And you see where he's looking on the rail there?
So I noticed while I was playing, if you play check side with this setup here, the cue ball really kills off the first rail, and that's what got Dylan there. It actually looked like he was going to come up well short on position for the 8, and it got far enough to where he had a shot on the 8. So he's going to be fine. He played that really well. But something to pay attention to for if somebody here is listening to this and you're playing in this tournament, pay attention to that. The check side's really grabbing and holding the cue.
Yeah, I've seen that a lot on the TV table, honestly. Like, I've seen it catch a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. That his new cloth, you'd think you'd slip and lose a little bit there, but...
I'm not familiar with these balls, but I think...
Dylan ended up a little...
Dylan's still going to make this.
On top of this 10-ball here.
He's still going to make this. Whichever way he decides to cut it, he's going to commit to it, and he's going to make it. I think he's a big favorite to make this ball. The good players make this shot almost every time.
Good shot. Dylan maintaining his lead by 1 here. He's going to go up 2-1 over Shuff.
would point out is that Shane Van Boening is not the guy that needs a sponsorship from anybody. If he's putting his name on something, he 100% believes in that product, and he believes that it's the best that there is.
Exactly right. So it looks like he made the 7 ball here,
which is really good because the 7 and the 6 has been problems.
I wonder how the pattern is going to turn out for tomorrow. If you guys haven't seen it yet, we are racking with the same pattern on every table, every match, every rack, just to take away any advantageous pattern racking. Everybody's going to be solving the same puzzle. It's up to you to put a good break on it.
Oh, is that computer generated, or did you guys come up with it?
You know, the 1, 2, and 3 and the 10 ball are set, and then we randomize the rest of them. And that's what it came up with. Day 2, we're going to do another random pattern. That way, as we're advancing into day 2, it's just another layer of skill. How quick can you adapt to the pattern changing? It's not just going to be the same, puzzle that you were solving on day 1. Oh man, he really bumped his 5 into a very unfortunate spot. However, once this 4 ball is made, that 5 will bank in between the 8, 10, and show enough Shuff is not a stranger to some banks.
Yeah, and it passes the 9 for the bank. I don't think there's any problems with that.
Well, actually, with the 3 ball right here, he's going to have to run into some of this stuff now unless he chooses to bank this ball, so he might be rearranging the furniture right here on this shot.
I think he'd have a hard time getting into the 5 from here. He's definitely looking to bump into the 7 here. This is hairy. I got to be honest with you. I wouldn't be shocked if he played a safe here.
Did I miss a rack whenever on that last set? Can you see what the score is on that TV? I think, did I? Or am I crazy?
I think we're 2-1.
Oh, wow. Nicely done. Inside. Checks it. Good. All right, perfect. I don't know why I felt like I forgot to tally one up.
Well, because, when we watch these two play, it's so many runouts all the time that if you watch a rack where they have to move a little bit, you think you've seen 3.
It feels like it was 2 or 3 racks. Yeah, you're right. So check out how he got there. He was able to cut the 3 high inside, check the cue ball, came across table for the 4 here. So he might be banking it the other way. He's going to be banking towards the corner here, or he might be able to play... Yeah,
he is banking it the other way
towards the corner. Stop the rock, and
I think the play here is if you miss this ball, you want to miss it long so that he can park this cue ball right behind the 9, and the 5 would bank around 3 rails if he misses.
So when you say bank it long, I know there's a lot of newer up-and-coming players that are in the chat right now. Do you mean you're going to miss it to the left side of the pocket,
almost,
or the right side of the pocket?
I would say if I'm going to miss this ball, I want it to hit almost right where that pattern template rack is meeting the point of that pocket there. If I'm going to miss it, I want to miss on that side.
Be careful.
So it's a two-way shot. And he did. Oh, he did, but it caught the point. And if that goes, it's really bad. If it doesn't go, it's still kind of bad.
Oh, wow, look at this. So Dylan's going to be in the treetops over this 9 ball here. So, normally this wouldn't be a very, very difficult jump, but the bridge is going to be a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, and then the problem...
You do have a straight 1 rail kick here, but what are you doing with the 6 after you see he's lining up?
The 6 doesn't... So if you kick 2 rails and you catch the rail first to make the 5, you can come up about where the 10 is and take the cut. That's what he's looking at. But if you get a little bit of the wrong angle with that, you can come below the 10 and end up right behind it. This is risky. But I don't know what he has.
We're going to go with enough force. We're going to 2 rail kick at the 5. And then be able to come out and be shooting at the 6 from above for the same pocket as the 5?
Yeah, so that's the plan. The problem is that, first of all, that 5 is very deep.
Oh, yes.
It's going to be tough to catch this rail first.
And the 10 plays big because of the angle he's coming out of. Yeah. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, and he didn't miss that by much. Because of how deep that ball was, he needed that cue ball to hit almost right on that the point to the right of as we view the screen right now. So he hit a good shot there, but Brandon got away with one. But Brandon played a 2-way shot. It just didn't go 2 ways the way that he intended it to go 2 ways.
Yeah, right. So 3 balls left on the table here, looking pretty routine for show enough Shuff.
Yeah, it should be 2-2 here for sure. This ball's a little long.
Oh, commentator's curse live in action.
He had already
here on BSN.
He had already hit the shot when we were saying that. That can't. I won't take responsibility for the curse if the cue ball's already rolling.
Yeah, that's right. That's fair. It was already in motion.
He can backbank this to the side pocket if he wants. He could actually still cut this if he wants with a load of inside.
Let's see how he takes it.
That is what he's playing. Yeah, he's cutting it. And this will go across above the 10 and then back below the 10, but he missed it.
I think the newer cloth is part of something that he was thinking about there. Like it might slide in, like you were talking about. You know, going.
I think he's thinking it was his best option. I think he probably still would have played that shot the same way, even if it had not been the new cloth. Just because the back bank was a little hairy. It was pretty thin to cut it enough to bank it backwards. I mean, I guess he could have banked it the other way. I don't know how well I know he banks pretty good. If you're really comfortable to bank, you could play the longer bank to the corner closest to the template rack right now. I hate long banks to the corner pocket. I never make those.
Normally I see Shuff playing on a 9-foot too. I don't know that I've watched too many matches with him playing on a bar box. And I see him go for banks all the time on the 9-footer.
You have to think if a guy, it should be a lot easier. It should be a lot easier. So if
envision,
never have more fun ever than just hanging out at one of these events, and even more so when I get to jump in here and do commentary. Josh, I got to tell you, I have as much fun, if not more, sitting in the booth doing commentary than I do playing.
I mean, if you enjoy the game, you enjoy the game. I don't think you can take that out. Look at this spread he got, and the 3 ball's trying to. There we go. Got out of the way there. 7 ball. That should be an easy carom on T8 if you play position correctly. The 6 is on the other side of that, so.
Yeah, if you were almost where the 5 ball is, I think the carom would play very easily, like somewhere on that line above the 7. He's also a hair straight on this 1. I think he might just have to draw back above the 5 here. But he could play the 1 off. No, never mind. It was real tight to do that. I was almost going to say he could play the 1 in the side off the 7 now, but I don't believe that was there.
Yeah. I think he's probably accepting the carom that's on it, because really when you look at it, the 5 is so close to the 6 that it'll be easy to get good shape on the carom. That's how I'd be feeling if I'm at the table and Dylan shoots better than I do, so see what's up his sleeve here. In the meantime, he's going to be trying to get position on his 3, and he's got plenty of space to be able to shoot the 3 in the top right corner of the straight as we're looking at it here.
So yeah, looking way ahead at the carom here, there is one problem with this carom, is the fact that you want to shoot it from above it. Is how it plays easily. You have to take care to make sure that the 7 gets up above the side pocket somewhere where you're going to be able to shoot it in the corner after the carom.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that point is going to kind of be in play where it hits the point and bounces out and gives you some room, or is it going to get cut in to be a little bit on the rail like you're talking about, to where you have to take. You see, he's mapping it out now, which is perfect.
I think if you just hit it with a little bit of speed, it'll be fine. But you also, there's a lot of moving parts to it, because your cue ball's kind of tracking towards that corner pocket. You're going to have to spin it a little bit.
Yeah.
Unless you play it at a soft pace. But if you play it at a soft pace, you better control that 7 good.
Let's see what kind of shape he leaves on the 6 here, and then we'll digest the rest of it.
Well, he had to take a weird path to the 6 because of how steep he got on the 5. Now he's actually got an angle where he could go 2 rails into the back of the 7.
Yeah.
You don't want to go 1 rail at it because the scratch is there. But if you could clip that the first rail and the second rail right about where maybe, the 3 or 4 inches above the side pocket there, he'd have a good chance to get some separation here, if he wants.
Let's see what happens.
No, he didn't like it. Didn't want to take a big risk on it, so he's just going to play it the other way.
Did he get too steep on this?
It's steeper than you would want to be. Yeah, I don't think this is any good. Yeah, this is no good, Josh. He's going to have to come up with something else here, I think. Maybe there's some kind of way you can kind of force the 7 through the 8. He was able to play the 7 off the 8. Okay.
Good shot.
Yeah. Didn't think that was there. It looked like the 7 was a little too high and it would have caught the point, but he hit it real nice and smooth. He knew what he was doing for sure.
This is fantastic.
You got to be careful with this one too. He's gonna play some low outside here and try to catch the full into the face of the 10, come up above it. No, he actually went the other way. It's fine either way as long as you make sure it doesn't get in play. And I think that ball will go in the side pocket.
He's going to just stay right above it.
I don't think he's going to like this. I don't think that's any good.
Yeah, I saw him queuing up with high inside, and I was wondering.
That shot's tough to play on new cloth. It doesn't grab and spin over. So we talked earlier about how if you play with the check side, it grabs and kills the cue ball really well on this cloth. But also with the new cloth, if you go to play inside to spin a ball against the angle, it kind of slides more than it spins over. And that shot, he really needed to get over to the rail.
That makes perfect sense. You're going to see the 10 ball spot, and Brandon's going to go ahead and put it down. We are playing no concessions, so went ahead and spotted that up and made him shoot it. I don't think the camera will be able to see it because of the light fixtures for all the tables might be in the way.
I actually had not seen those. That's very, very cool.
Yeah, you gotta go peep them a little bit closer.
Yeah, we're referring to these banners that we have for the winners for the DYNASPHERES Junior Champions for 2021. That'd be Joey Tate and Garrett Vaughn for the 2 different divisions there. That's awesome.
Oh man, whenever Garrett was coming in, I couldn't wait to see his face whenever he saw that banner. And somebody had got to him before I realized he was here and went over there and showed him. But either way, I still caught up with his father, Greg, and he was just so appreciative of everything that we're doing. And, we put a lot of hard work into representing not just the sport, but also the players. The sport's nothing without the players. It's just equipment without the players. And my plan is, you see how we're spacing them out, and it's going to be no different than what you would anticipate. Every time a champion is crowned, we're going to keep decorating the place, and
that's going to be awesome to see.
Time to see it develop, man. Speaking of developing, where are you taking this 1 ball? Are you taking this to the side, letting the cue ball just come up, and then you got the 2-3 down there, or what are you feeling?
I don't know, actually. This is he could actually play this ball in the side pocket, I believe. Looks like he tried to play it in the side. He missed the 1 and he scratched in the corner, so hit the 1 a little bit on the thin side. I'm sorry, a little bit on the fat side, which took the cue ball over farther to the corner. If he had made that ball, he would not have scratched.
So it's going to give Dylan an excellent chance to extend his lead here if he can stay focused and get himself out of this rack. The 2 and the 9 are close together, but that is not a problem, as you're about to see.
Yeah, it's crazy. Just chance after chance for Dylan. And it seems like this is the way the matches have gone every time these 2 have played. Brandon has, he knows he's in a match. He knows exactly how the guy can play. And just kind of all his aggressive decisions seem like they go the wrong way, and Dylan gets chances. And he's jumped out the leads almost every time these guys have matched up. Brandon's been able to chase him down and win a couple of them. But it's just an interesting dynamic that we've seen. And if you're Brandon, you can start to feel a little snake bitten in that situation. It's like, man, every time I play this kid, it's just I can't get anything to go my way,
It's a good shot of him in the chair right here. I notice he does this a lot, where he doesn't watch the table. He doesn't, he's not watching what his opponent's doing, and I think that's part of eliminating layers of frustration. You had made the comment earlier, sometimes guys get all hung up about, it was a sloppy ball, or this, that, and the third. It's really easy to judge how your opponent's playing if you're feeling slighted that you're the one at the disadvantage because of a lucky situation. But I feel like this right here, this is an intentional strategy of, I'm not going to allow myself to even see something potentially frustrating. I'm just going to pay enough attention to know when it's my turn. That way I hop up and execute, and there's nothing else in my mind besides what is currently on the table, and it just makes it easy to cut out the noise.
All the nonsense. Yeah, it's a great point, Josh. And there's actually a step farther you can take it. There's been times if I'm a little bit struggling with the wrong side of that, a little mind hack you can play is to sometimes...
He pulled that off. He almost got it.
Sometimes when I walk away from the table, I change the score in my mind. So, in other words, if I'm up 3-2 and I walk to my seat, I tell myself that it's 3-3.
Right.
And there's not much that can go wrong at that point that will tilt you in the wrong. If you get back to the table, it's a real gift if you can get into that mentality.
Well, there you go, guys. This is a free pro tip from Jeremy Mason. Go ahead and add that one to your tool belt, because Dylan is wasting no time making this 8 ball. He did overroll his position by about a foot here on the 9, but we know that this is well within his wheelhouse to sink this 9.
I wonder which way he'll play this. He could actually cut it to his right. The back cut looks pretty hairy from this angle.
It does.
Josh, I don't see the angles as well from this overhead as I do from, I do a lot of my matches, from the foot rail. I think I see the angles a little better that way. Man, he tried to back cut it, and he overcut it. I think he overcut it because the scratch was on. He was trying to make sure he avoided the scratch in the corner, and so he hit it thinner.
I think you're right.
Yeah, so nothing in it. This is going to be 3-3, and as kind of bad as it's gone for Brandon, not that Brandon has made glaring mistakes, just kind of, every slight roll of the dice he's taken has just kind of gone the other way, and Dylan hasn't quite been able to take full advantage. Favors the better players for sure.
Staring right down the barrel at this break. Good little pop, gets a kiss on the cue ball here. Unfortunately, it's going to come up dry. 7 is going to be a blocker on the 1 ball here, so Brandon's going to be stepping to the table. Actually, he might have this one.
Yeah, the 1 goes in the side for sure, and he can bump into the 2. I think he might be able to spin by the 2 if he wants, but I'm not sure what you gain. I don't know what pocket the 2 has right now.
He might be able to bump it into play and get it past the 3.
That's what he tried to do, and he missed the 1.
Oh my goodness. I didn't even see that he missed the 1 because I was already looking at the 2 balls.
It's funny how that works.
Exactly what he was doing.
Yeah, you always expect these guys to make it, and then like you look up and it's still there. I'm not sure what Dylan has here. This is pretty hairy. There might be a small gap between the 10-4 to kind of kick behind the 1, but I don't even know if that's there.
Is this a? You're gonna come 2 rails out, clip the 1, and then your cue ball's drifting. Then you still have eyes on the combo.
I think he's kicking off the head rail around the 6. Oh, he's kicking 2 rails around.
Yeah, 2 rails to the side. This is what I was thinking here.
Gotcha. I thought he was going the other direction. Up into the corner there.
He almost had it now. If he made that ball,
Just a little short.
There's no telling how that cue ball actually would have stopped because he did have to put some juice on it. You saw the second rail manufactured the angle. It got to bend out a little bit, but it was a great effort there. Unfortunately, comes up short. I tell people, if football is a game to inches, then what does that make pool?
Oh, gosh.
And you see it right there. It's just barely off. And
not even millimeters sometimes.
It's going to be Brandon Shuff at the table, trying to take the lead for the first time this set.
There you go. You see Brandon identifies his problem ball right away. The 5 is the worst ball on the table. It does go to the side where the 1 is now.
Yeah.
The 4 is not far from it. It's conceivable that it could get position for that over there, but he'll play the combo on the 2-3 first and try to get himself into a good position on the 4 to come. If I was playing it that way, I'd like to go 2 rails around the 10 to the short side of the 5. So I'd want to be shooting the 4. If you drew an imaginary line from the 9 to the 4, I'd like to be on that line. Right where his hand is right now is where I'd like to be at shooting the 4.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be solid here. So we know the 5 is his trouble ball. We know where he needs to get there, and there's only 2 shots in between him and solving his problems. I don't know.
The more I look at it, the more I think he could spin this 5 in to the side pocket from the other side.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like it would go. I don't know. Maybe the camera's got me there, but it really looks like it would from where I'm at. These balls can throw. You can throw these balls a lot.
Now, see, Brandon does this a lot. Whenever when it's pivotal. We're gonna scratch that word. When it's an important moment in the match, my brain didn't like that word right now. He slows down on his decision making. Now, that doesn't mean that he's slow to take the shot. He's slow just absorbing the table and the situation. But once he gets down, once he's settled into it, then he's good. But I just noticed, man, the way that he kind of controls himself.
You love it. It's a great quality to have, to be able to identify the spots where you have to really come with a good decision and a good shot. And he tried to go into the 5. He tried to go into the 5. He had to play with the bridge, and he's got a backdoor chance at it now, as he can pocket the 4 and go across the table into the 5. This is more risky than the last one was, because you can catch the bottom side of the 9 or miss it entirely and get hooked. I don't know that it's that risky, though, because even if you went clean past the 9, you'd have the cut to the other side pocket for the 5. I think he'll probably take a swing at this.
Let you guys see Brandon getting himself in line here. How beautiful.
You hit it great, and this should be a fairly straightforward combination.
It's going to be a decent cut here, but the 8 ball's so close to the pocket that
I think the 8's out a hair farther than the 5 is, so you have to make sure the 5 doesn't leak out and lay on the rail. But even with that, he's cutting this ball, so the cue ball is going to go across to the other side. This shouldn't be too bad. It's kind of just about making the ball here, and you want to make sure you don't get hooked on the 10 with the cue.
Brandon does pretty good at having a good idea of where the first object ball is going to come after the combo. He normally controls it pretty well.
He used the 9 for a stopper. That was really nicely controlled. Great shot. And he's in a prime position to take his first lead of the match, like you mentioned. The 9 did get a little funny now that he moved it. He can still make it. Like if the cue ball is right where it is now, he'd be able to cut it to the pocket there.
Yeah.
And it does pass the 10 to the other corner. So
you think we're going to see him play short side on this 9 ball?
I would think that's a pretty big area to get in. Yeah, and he's got the angle. He can come straight forward across. He'll hit the rail above the side pocket and straight over to the other side. Oh, no, he does. He is just going to take the cut.
Just take it. All right.
He is going to take the cut.
Show us what you got, Brandon.
And sometimes there's more room on these shots than you think. Yeah, that was real nice. Real nicely controlled. And, of course, the higher your cue ball is up table, the bigger that window is as well. And he's kept it way up above the side pocket there. So,
yeah. You support the entire sport of pool. Our entire mission right now is to be able to elevate the game. See here, Dylan's
Brandon leads 4-3. Brandon had the break there. Looks like he made a ball, I believe. 1, 2. It takes me a long time to catch up with the 10-ball break sometimes.
All right.
I have to stare at the table for about 3 minutes. 1, 2.
I don't really see any problems here once somebody can gain control after this 1 ball.
He did come up empty there. That was a safety.
That was very well executed. We'll see what Brandon can do with it.
First glance, it just looked like he missed the shot, but he made no attempt to play a shape for the 2 ball there. That was a straight safety all the way.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, wait. No. Brandon had a question about the rules. We are playing WPA rules, which is what his first question was, so I was like, yes. And then he's like, so all ball fouls. And I was like, well, actually, might sound contradictory, but no. That's one of the few rules that we're not taking from the WPA. We don't have the all ball foul rule in effect right now.
I don't believe we're playing the 3-point rule on the break either. That would be the only other exception, I think, with the WPA.
Yeah, I know we didn't for the juniors event, and I don't, to be honest with you.
Well, it wasn't mentioned, and it can be tough to enforce in a, when you have one tournament director, a couple people helping him, and 24 tables. It's
right.
pretty not something that's very easy to keep track of. So
Brandon makes great contact there. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure that Dylan's going to be able to do something with this one ball here. You got the 2-10 tied up down the table. Don't forget, guys, there's early 10 balls get spotted up here. Actually, so he just needs to make the 10 here and then leave the 2 in a spot that he's going to feel comfortable with to be able to make the ball, to make the 2 ball next, because he's going to have to continue the run. He will not win the game. The 10 will just spot back up. Now, interestingly enough, when this 10 ball spots back up, that creates trouble for the 7 ball. So, or sorry, the 6 ball. So he's going to have to consider that in his plans here, which is why he hasn't already fired this thing.
I think the 6 will still go in the corner when the 10 spots. It's really tight.
Definitely side pocket.
It still goes in the side where the 4 is, yeah.
We'll have to see. With the 5 being up there by the 8, if he can, it might end up getting tricky. But the 4 is close enough to the 5 to be able to get precise position and play to the 6. And these are all the different things that are going to separate the people who make it all the way to the finals, guys. Is we know most of the players in this building can make the same shots, right? Like making the balls. There's a lot of really great shot makers in the building. But your ability to make the right decision at the right time and still execute, that'll get you to the finals. Your ability to solve problems like this in the rack in a way that are going to give the odds in your favor. That's how I end up seeing people in the finals. So let's see how Dylan handles this.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how small some of the things are that'll separate the people that get knocked out and the people that go deep in the tournaments. If you go back and look at it at the end of the tournament, some of the little things that happened where one guy advanced and one guy didn't, and then where they finished in the tournament, it's wild.
Right.
We talked about how this is definitely a game of millimeters, and one decision.
So he just opened that up, but unfortunately, he opened it up and then got blocked by the ball he opened. How unfortunate for Dylan here. Beautiful breakout on the 10 ball, but 10 ball got its avenge pretty quickly. Troy, yes, I believe that you are correct on that one. I'm not gonna lie, I'm fully in charge of making this stream look and run operational, and so I have a lot of other people that actually run the BSN media side of things to make sure that it looks amazing. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there because I'm seeing it on the TV right there behind us. It was fine. So if anybody's having issues getting the live stream to load correctly, try shutting everything all the way down and then just go ahead and rebooting it back up. Normally a simple refresh is all you need, but I'm looking around the room that we're in, and every TV that we're broadcasting to is not coming directly off of our feed. It's pulled up directly from the feed on YouTube, and everything's showing through fine. So.
So I didn't quite see how we got here, but ball in hand for Brandon, I'm sorry, and a wide open table.
Yeah, this is exactly what Brandon needed. You know, he was down first part of the match. He's up one rack, step into the table with no problems. And this is how you mess around and let somebody like Brandon find a pretty deadly gear. It looks like
I'll just come straight across the table above the side pocket and off the rail. It'll be coming straight into the line for the 6 ball to the corner.
Yeah.
A lot of options for the 7. He can play this any way he wants. This is wide open. I mean, this is just about handling your business here. You're supposed to get out from here every time. A little funny here, but he's got the whole table to run the cue ball down to the rail and back up. Brandon's speed's been a little bit off with some of the cue ball play. Not that this is terrible, but
just go down a little bit.
Yeah, just keep going just a little bit. There we go.
Nice shot there to get back in line, and pretty straight on this 8, just draw out for the 9, and pretty simple from here. Actually had enough angle to go forward there, so.
What's up, fellas?
Welcome back to the booth, Jake.
It's, you know, you think you can get away for a minute, and it doesn't end up that way because everybody comes and stops, but I'm happy to be back in here.
Yeah, you could go around the room and have a 5-minute conversation 35 times, and next thing you know, it's been a couple hours.
Yeah, right.
Very easy to do.
Staring right down the barrel is Dylan.
How well does Gary Serrano play? He was able to beat Chuck Roth. I thought that might have been an upset, but I don't know Gary Serrano's name that well, so maybe he plays better than I know. I know Chuck Roth plays very well. Nothing major, though.
So Dylan's going to make the 8 on the break here, which he needs because he's had a couple dry breaks this set.
What about Michael Ortiz versus Derek Benavides? Derek Benavides was on the wrong side of that. I think that might have been a little... Again, I don't know Michael Ortiz's game that well, but Derek Benavides is always a real strong bar box player, so... Stottlemyre was able to come away with a real close win. Is that the one you just mentioned that was 9-7?
No, I was talking about the Sean Wilkie, Eric Toledo match.
Gotcha.
Who did Stottlemyre play?
Miguel Leboy.
Oh, yeah, he plays good.
Okay.
Miguel plays real good. He's out in New York.
I gotcha.
So,
Brett got that one 9-7. That was
oh, wow,
real
that's
tight
close.
match.
It's close.
Looks like Dell's going to be on his way back to the booth here pretty soon. He got his match by a score of 9-3.
Nice.
Jeez. Yo, me a Coke, man. I won't be mad if there's any rum in it.
Well, we've got Steve Fleming and Brandon Slazales playing on an outer table right now. The score is 5-3 in favor of Steve. That's an awesome match.
Nice. Yeah, Brandon plays very strong. And so does Steve. All right, so it's unfortunate. Thins the 5, rockets the cue ball straight into the corner pocket. Brandon's going to be very happy to come grab ball in hand. I tell you what, Brandon has had ball in hand like 3 or 4 times this set, and we're on rack number 9.
This tournament's off to a great pace. We've actually already started the first match of the B side. It looks like. Is that the first match of the second round winner side? I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to try, you know, we have 20-some tables going on right now, 21 tables, so...
Moving and grooving.
We're going to keep it moving. Obviously, the races are long, but having this many tables affords us to do that. We're going to try to get down to 32 coming back on Sunday. So hopefully my tournament director, Steve Fleming, has got all that going on and monitoring that correctly. But, yeah, so far, very happy with everything.
You know, you save a lot of time with the Q score where, like, you don't have to wait for somebody to come report their match and then figure out which table's open and put the next match up. That's a real awesome piece of technology there.
Yeah, they're overseas, and the very first time that I saw them was at Darren Appleton's event when he was at the WPS. He was using them, and I absolutely fell in love with it because I was like, this is a great idea. And so I have been in contact with them over the last, I guess, year and a half now. And, yeah, we're happy to be partnered up with them. And, you know, this is something good for you. If you know any other tournament directors out there, anybody that makes a $5 donation to BSN throughout this weekend event, what we're going to do is we're going to enter them into a list. And then we'll pick a winner. And the winner will get a 1-year pro subscription. So that way you can use all the features that we're using right now. And anybody that doesn't win, they're going to get 30 days free of the pro. So it's still a win-win for everybody.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Awesome.
Thanks to Q-Score.
You can't beat that. I'll have to make sure I jump on there and take care of that when I get a chance.
Well, for anybody else that's interested, I went ahead and dropped the command in the chat here, so I should drop you a link here in just a second to be able to
Well, this is
drop your 5 in and go ahead and get you a year subscription.
This is actually the first tournament that I've played in that has used the Q score. I've followed a ton of brackets, obviously, some of the International Open events and things like that. You follow some of the pro brackets and always check it out on there. So I'm familiar with the site, but very cool to be a part of a tournament where you get to plug your scores in live as the match is going on. And
first of many things to come from BSN and the DYNASPHERES Cup.
And you guys just find a way to get a little bit better every time. It's awesome.
We try, man. We appreciate that.
I actually just noticed my logo on the screen a little while ago. That was cool.
Yeah, man. We give you a plug. Jeremy Mason with the sweat did the interview. No. That was always going to be the issue there.
That was a tight little window he was trying to get into for the 3. He needed to come just below the side pocket.
Yeah, he just underhit that. But yeah, the sweat, you guys are streaming out there in Delaware, right? Is that correct?
I run tournaments generally out of Delaware. Yeah, every Friday night I have a tournament down in Dagsboro at Delmarva Billiards and Sports Bar. I also stream a lot of my challenge matches, which, if you're ever interested in watching a good C player in action.
That's great.
Yeah, we put some good matches up on there. Actually, I have to give a big shout out. I mean, we're plugging the sweat, but I have to give a big shout out to Eric Brobst and the Brobst Saloon Billiards production that's been going on over there. Most of my work is with them right now. I still stream my tournaments and stream my action matches, but the commentary that I'm doing most of the time is over there at the home of Eric Brobst in Townsend, Delaware, and we've put together a nice little stream there, and we have a blast just putting on good action with matches and everything.
Well, man, we appreciate you coming down here, and thanks for interviewing the players after the exhibition, and we'll try to get some more interviews as we settle in here.
I do have everything set up right now, so whenever the players are ready to be doing interviews.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like I'm going to miss this one probably because I think I'm about 4 tables away from playing my second round match.
Yeah.
So. Eric told me to tell you, by the way, that I'm under contract, but I told him it probably wasn't a big deal because I'm still a pretty good downgrade from Del Sim. I don't have the.
That's great.
So I didn't think that there was a position available. So that's what I told him.
Del's sitting back there. What is happening right now? That's funny. No, we appreciate you hopping in, man.
This is awesome, man. I was telling Josh earlier you were out, but I don't have more fun than this. I not even playing. I'm to the point now I have more fun sitting in the booth doing commentary than I do even playing a lot of times. So, and it's a lot less stressful.
For sure. For sure.
This many balls on this side of the
right. I never miss over here. So
just in general, and she didn't even play pool just by proxy of being in the room for me watching it. So it's just part of my habit, man. I throw it on and just see what's going on. That's how we got to this level, man.
My wife hates pool so bad.
Oh.
That 4-ball hates the cue ball.
Man, right, look at all the balls he made, too.
Oh, my Lord, what a break. And
he scratches.
Brutal. What a great opportunity for Dylan to get back level here. And this is the way this whole match has gone. As soon as one guy seems like they get a little bit of a footing, something funky happens, and the other guy gets back in it.
No.
We haven't seen either of these players at the top of their game yet in this match. And a lot of it's been the funkiness of the break so far. They haven't really been in line off the break, and you've seen a couple positional errors, playing to tight windows, playing to break balls out, and things just haven't gone in favor of the guy at the table a lot of times in this set.
Yeah, it was interesting because we were talking about the break in the first match, and we had Lily and Tina Mom, both which were breaking very hard on the TV table. Then we get the second match in, and you see more of like a medium break, and that is what seems to be working. Lori John was breaking medium, consistently making one of the top 2 balls in the side, and usually that 4-railer coming around in the corner she was making. So I think that's what needs to happen here on this TV table. Nice medium break. I think we're gonna get the best outlay on that.
Guys, let's see if we can't get up to 500 viewers before SVB pops in here on the stream. We know things are gonna take off like a bottle rocket once SVB gets in the building.
I keep forgetting to. I've been trying to share it myself.
I've shared it about 4 times already. Every time I have an update on what's going on, I share it to my page. So,
man, I tell you what, I know our next upgrade. We just need to buy you a second set of arms there, Jake.
That'd be awesome.
We have 4.
Why don't we just clone me?
Actually, this is great. That way I get one of you in the booth.
Then you could play in the
and
tournament.
We'll send the decoy out. The decoy.
I like the way you think, Jeremy. This is good. Yeah, exactly.
For a player. Yeah, this is. You know what? We just cracked the code.
Look, they're.
This is how we elevate the game.
They're cloning goats. You know, I'm not too far from that. I'm a donkey, so let's get it done. You know.
Oh man,
I thought you were self-declaring the greatest of all time, right there.
No, definitely not.
All right, let's see how Dylan. He's left himself very tough on the 10 ball several times here, but he's managed to keep putting him down, and this one's no different.
Hit it good.
All tied up.
You know, the second best option after being able to clone yourself.
You know. I wonder if Brandon remembers when Dylan took him out and took Wilkie out in the Maryland States. I wonder if that ever creeps back in his mind, you know, especially with Brandon being a pro. Certainly I can't escape the thoughts sometimes.
Right.
But I wonder if there's, at that level, if it still creeps in or if there's any way that you can help it, you know?
Yeah, like does the thought pop in and they've just figured out how to not let it affect their game, or does the thought not even ever cross their mind? That is a really good question.
It is, I mean, I can't believe how many great matches we've had come through here so far. We're going to see SVB next on the TV table.
Oh, baby.
Ryan McCreesh versus Ryan McCreesh.
Please don't call my match.
I know.
That's going to be a banger. He was almost banned this morning for a wrong dress code. I like that. Yeah. I like that the desk is being strict, Jake.
It's always, I try to tell them it's always easier for them to say it than me.
Of course.
So they're handling it properly. So thank you to all those guys.
The only way to elevate the game is for everything to go up, and so you know it means we're enforcing the dress code, and I like it. And you know, there's been a couple of people that have actually pointed that out to me, just bystanders that are here at the event, that have commented on how nice everything looks. You know, event-wide, all the players just look so much more professional, and like they're already recognizing the impact that has. So
that's the standard it should be. You know, if you want to go to the next level, that's just what you have to do. I don't think there's enough events like this that bridge the gap between amateur and pro.
Yeah. Well, Brandon is pretty tough here on this 2 balls, lining up a kick, trying to decide, is he going to go 1 rail or 2 rails? If you go 3 rails, you have a shot at the 2 in the side pocket. I'm not sure. What are you seeing here, Jake? Brandon's marked up all kinds of things. I don't know what he's actually going to shoot. He's looked at 1 rail, 2 rail, and 3 rail.
I actually didn't see what he marked up, but you know, if you're going to try to make this ball, you
That'll do, donkey. That'll do. But yes, Jake, I did win my first round. Thanks for asking.
Excellent.
Thanks, mate. Yeah.
Excellent. Oh, we knew because Jeremy, we were looking at the scores, and Jeremy said, "Yeah, Dell got it done 9-3." So, yeah, we were asking, just you weren't here.
That's all right, mate. Don't worry.
We always want to know how you're doing.
I'll let you off the chain. Don't worry. It's good. This is a pretty tense match. I've been watching it because we're also having for people that aren't here, there's TVs dotted all around the arena, and you can keep an eye on the match table from whatever position you're at. So another nice little touch that's been added in by BSN.
Appreciate that.
This is a really difficult hit, by the way. Really difficult. Going 1 rail at this, the ball is out in the open, so it makes it such a small target. This is why when you use 2 rails, it widens the angle, and you can hit it better. But I don't think he's got a choice here except to hit 1 rail. What a great shot that was.
Oh. No, Lord. Hey, you know what's a little wild, it's a little funny, is I just made the comment about how Brandon Shuff had been given ball in hand about 3 or 4 times, and since I made that comment 3 racks ago, this is the 3rd ball in hand Dylan Spohr has had. So let's see if Dylan can't pull out to a lead here.
I think he needs to capitalize. You can see it there. Nothing really is a problem here. All it is cue ball control.
There's so much open space to get shape on the 3 ball here. There's a lot of traffic there, but there's plenty of table to work with. So
3 to the 4, 4 to the 5, 5 to the 6. I genuinely don't see a problem here. This might be his toughest shot of the rack, just to get perfect, and even that wasn't that tough.
Oh, don't be over the 4. There we go.
Yeah, you can just punch this on and off the rail. Make a decision. Do you want to play the 4 long or do you want to take it in the side? That's gonna. I don't think he's got the angle to take it in the side, so just pump it on and off the rail, just like that. Has to drag it back. Doesn't want to leave a cut to the left. Would much prefer to leave a cut to the right for the shape to the 6 from here. Yeah, this means he's just going to put a touch of English on it, which I want to try and avoid at this stage. And you're risking, you're going towards the middle pocket. You don't really want to do that. Played it perfectly there.
Yeah, it was great speed.
What a champion.
Those of you in the chat who are trying to keep up with people playing in the event, we actually have the bracket listed right there in the live chat for you. Yeah, he was doing that with Shane a second ago, but now he's.
That's your little buddy.
More. Yeah. Yeah, guys, super excited to be using the live scoring on Q-Score, so go ahead and check that out. Bookmark that page. Anytime we're doing an event, you'll be able to follow along the live scoring on every table through there.
Dylan's gone about this quite nicely, actually. Yeah,
that's.
I got it.
Thank you.
Doesn't want to be too straight here. He is a little bit straight, so you might be able to just force follow or just draw this across the table. Yeah, that's perfect. Couldn't really see what angle he was at. There we go. It's just perfectly done. Nice shot of the crowd there. A lot of people just sweating this one on the rail.
He's funny about this break cue. Okay, this is actually a
it's a snooker cue.
Snooker cue that he had.
I was going to say.
Yep.
You see the ash. You see the grain in it.
Yep.
Ash is actually a lot stiffer than maple.
And it's flat on the butt. He turned it into a break cue.
It really, really, really plays well. Look at that. What a break.
What a great break.
Oh man. Yeah, I just noticed that, and I like his sneaky around the back. What's the cue he's got there? Looks sort of like a real plain Jane, doesn't it?
Yeah, he was playing. I mean, he's played with a couple different cues, so I'm not sure really who he's playing with now.
Interesting.
Kent Davis, I think, is who he's playing with for a while, and that might be what he has.
Interesting he's playing with the carbon. I always thought he'd be wood through and through.
Well, that's the first time I've ever seen him play with the carbon fiber.
Wow. So many of the pros tried them out, but I'd say a large percentage have come back to wood.
You know, it's interesting that you say that. So I have been playing with the Q-Tech carbon fiber shed for, I don't know, probably a little over 2 years now. And I was playing a couple weeks back. I end up cutting a ball in the pocket, tip comes flying off. It's just when I'm practicing, and I had a match to play. And so I was like, man, what am I going to do? The only thing I have left is a wood shaft, still low deflection in my bag, and I've never used it before. It was right in the middle of a game I was playing. So I put that other shaft on, run out, then I break and run out. I'm playing on 9-foot table. Then I go play my match. Absolutely play phenomenal. And I'm like, well, I guess I'm not going back to the carbon fiber right now. I just couldn't believe it. But you're right. A lot of the pros right now are switching back.
Oh, it's a Titleist conversion, I'm told. That's really interesting. I like that. Found the gap.
Well played.
Tickled it round nicely.
Oh, there's a tickle.
There's a tickle. Loves a tickle.
Took long enough. It's almost 3 o'clock, though.
I know, man. I've been playing. I'm sorry.
Excuses. Tickle didn't come up in the match?
Well, I felt like all I was doing on the table was tickling. I didn't hit one stroke past 30%.
Wow. I mean, it must be tough since you could reach across the whole table, you know.
Ding, almost one-handed. Just ding, ding, ding.
Everyone else is putting extensions on there. You need a shorter putt.
For chat fans out there, I dislike bar box, but I see its credit. I see its merits.
Feet tall, Dell.
I know. I'd probably just lay down and it's gonna make a good bed if I put a mattress on it.
Oh, for sure. It's just the Highlanders room. Everybody out.
Everybody out. Nice out.
Tell you what, Brandon's looking to be out here. Looking pretty good. 9-10 left.
He needs to
back up.
Anyone that can put a 2-game, whoever gets a 2-game cushion here is going to win. It is my prediction.
Well, I tell you what. I mean, he gave Dylan ball in hand 3 times to let Dylan get back in the lead here.
Yeah.
Brandon's overall position here by about 1.5 feet.
Yeah, I think he'll be okay here.
Yeah, he really overran that. And I've noticed that it happens a lot. These are really easy to overcut and undercut is equally.
And now that I'm looking at it, it doesn't look great.
Needs to watch the scratch. I'd probably play the bank just because if it leaks out, I can put it on the top rail.
And Brandon loves banking, so I mean it's he's definitely not going to shy away from that, but tough shape to overroll that.
Yeah, you see, he didn't use a second rail, and maybe just didn't want to put any spin on it just to avoid missing the pot. But I like him to cut this. Just has to watch the cue ball. He's putting a high English on this, but if he rolls it, we won't have to worry. Put outside on it. That was good.
Very nice shot there by Brandon Shuff.
Nicely done. You can do it on the back though, you know, so it points to the.
That's great. That was my surprise for you. Did you like the intro yesterday?
I did, mate.
I told Josh, I said, don't just say nothing to Dell.
He lied to me. I can't believe that. I asked him outright. I said, "Show me the new gadgets. I want to see the new toys."
You basically asked me if the outfit looked good on you, and I was forced to say yes, Dell.
Oh yeah, I need you to. Yeah, we need to fix all that. I meant to ask earlier, but
I know what happened, so it's an easy fix. It's great.
Oh, there we go. They're all up. All up.
I don't know what I like here. Do you push to a closer jump?
Yeah, I mean,
because you're only going over half the ball between the 2 and the 10.
I mean, given where the 2's at, I'll probably push to a jump. I always like pushing to a jump personally, and so if it's something that you fancy, I mean that's the way you got to go.
Yeah, he's just getting rid of the 2. I mean, he definitely has left it, but look where the 3 is. I think that was a smart play by Brandon. Because even if he makes this, the three's not going anywhere.
Sure.
Nice shot. Okay, 6-6. This really is a pivotal wreck. 7 and 8, they really count big on a race to 9. I know it sounds obvious, but when you're at the table is what I mean. You're just kind of
like mentally, like it takes a lot out of you.
Yeah,
those racks.
Yeah, mentally, you can work as hard as you like up to 6-6. If you don't convert the next two, yeah, it's all for nothing.
It's just like making that amazing shot and then not slowing yourself down before you take the next one. Same concept.
Very same concept, exactly.
Oh.
He went for it, but fair play to him. I don't think he's left it easy. That's the thing. Is that touching ball? Let me see. We can just have a look. It looks like he's got a clear stab at it. So good job for Dylan putting him back in.
Are you serious?
Yeah, may just bump off and take his medicine on this one. I think once he takes this one and maybe bumps off the 9, bring it back around. I don't know if he'll force this. Yeah, it looks like he was forcing it. Really nice shot.
Oh, no.
Doesn't want the 9 to get there.
Oh, no.
Doesn't want the 9 to get there. Look where it's finished. Oh, my God. And the 5 is blocking the kick. Do you know what? He might be able to just come underneath here. I mean, a lot of draw underneath. I mean, he's going to come 2 rails around it and calling it over there. Wow. I don't think that angle's on.
Oh, no, he's...
Yeah, I don't like that angle. If anything, it's going to squeeze away from the pocket.
Oh, is he's going to try to play the carom off the 9.
If he does that,
short here.
I think the tangent line. I mean, oh,
yeah, there's a lot.
This is brave.
There's a lot that has to go right here.
Yeah, these guys have played each other enough times. Oh, what a shot! Wow, he squeezed it as well. So putting that little bit of spin, you see, he put lots of right-hand side on it. That transferred onto the 4 ball, squeezed it right. Sorry, the 3 ball, pushed it all the way over.
Absolutely amazing shot.
Sorry, it was the 4. Let's see what he's looking at the moment. Definitely think that goes by. It's just that 6 ball, whether the 6 goes by the 8. I'm not entirely sure. I think there's maybe half a pocket there. I think he's going to play this, you know, Jake. He's been very aggressive, so why not? And I'll shut my mouth.
How do you like that?
Played it perfect, right? He's just going to look at 1 diamond here. I actually think he might be favourite to make this. Has to call it. Does kick very well. I'm in love with that cue, that Titleist conversion. I just love a nice, simple, sneaky.
Did somebody drop who it's made by in the chat?
I imagine it's probably his man, and he just... See, that might be a racker, you know, it might be a racker that just... He switched over, put a new pin on it, cleaned it up. Oh, very unlucky. Very unlucky.
Wow.
Nice try.
There's a whole lot of stuff that everybody eats. Yeah, no, we're good there.
So another opportunity for Dylan.
That's the only other thing I got.
A very makeable shot here with the 5.
Yeah.
Just needs to accept position wherever he takes it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you got the 10 there too, so...
I don't think it's natural, right? So looking at the angle there.
See, look how tough this is. I mean, he's going to bump the 10 and be underneath. Oh, man, it's so tough. Actually could work in his favor.
What a shot.
Oh, he missed it.
What a shot.
Wow.
No reward. Well, maybe a
look
reward.
at it set up, yeah. It looks like it's on.
Made the combo a lot easier, didn't he?
On like Donkey Kong. Couldn't resist, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that looks, I mean, from this angle, it looks almost lined up, right?
Well, that's the best he could have hoped for.
Wow, Brandon will be, Brandon now just needs to reset, hit the reset button. Wait for his turn and go again. Interesting choice to go forward there. I like that though, I like that play, because it means he definitely was going to fall on the right side of the ball.
Yeah, to be able to get back down table here.
Yeah, that was a nice shot. And again, 3-railer and around. Just see it come around.
Don't get straight.
Don't get
look,
straight.
it just slow drifts right into
It's perfect.
straightness.
Come the short side, it'll be fine. Just roll it onto the rail. I say roll it onto the rail, so he punches it. Oh my god.
It was almost in spite
can't
your
see it
call
from
out there,
here.
Dell.
Don't like it, does he?
Obviously, he is definitely not in your brain right now. Oh.
See, he just made it so much harder just to not roll it. Why wouldn't you just roll into the line of shape there?
And that literally could be the shot
Of
that changes the match. Oh, we just see that. They don't.
Okay. Yeah. Now Brandon just getting a free roll here. Temple, I see his mechanics. Just deliver the cue. Very easy, nicely done.
Go handle that.
Very good.
Lights of the exhibition this weekend. There's going to be some fun footage to chop through. I can't wait to get it uploaded on YouTube and all of our social media. Make sure you guys are following us on everything so you don't have to miss out on any of the action. We pride ourselves on keeping everything free here for you guys. We truly believe in elevating the game. We're doing everything we can to make that happen. And it's everything from running full production live streams like this, completely free to watch, to enforcing the dress code here at our own events. That way we can actually move the sport forward and continue to look onwards and upwards. So hashtag elevate the game. Let your friends know. Go ahead and follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. We're everywhere.
I imagine that once this next match happens, that there's going to be a lot more people starting to come up over this way.
Oh yeah, I think the whole room's going to gravitate to the right word.
Yeah, a lot of people wanting to sweat this one. You see where it's just finished. I wonder if he can get that. Yeah, he's just going to push actually. I wondered if he could see it. He might take that patch away. The two balls just come to rest on the break patch.
Shane inches close to the TV table. I think he saw my tag when I told him he's next on the TV table.
Yeah, he'll be watching to see how the balls are reacting.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I really like about, because that really truly is professionalism. I mean, he's trying to find everything that he can find out about what's going on here. Oh, I don't even know.
Did he overcut that?
I don't know how he did, but he did.
Yeah.
And he's left it too.
I don't think he knows how he did it. Look, he's still staring at it.
I think this goes. Shape's not automatic, obviously, but if he puts a lot of right spin on this, I think he can throw the ball in. And if it goes forward, I think he can get to the 2. No, just deciding against it, playing the smart safety.
Yeah, maybe the 9 was out just a hair there, but
yeah.
Yeah, you're next one here. Yep, Shane was just confirming that he was playing next here, so.
So you're spot on with your analysis there.
Well, I mean, I said he saw my tag. That clearly didn't happen, but.
think
I imagine he's peaked at the bracket.
He's going to kick at this?
I mean, yeah, it's tough, but I think you can. He can go. I don't like going short rail here at all, especially if he's going to have to lean over.
Yeah, that's
terrible. I like going up to the top rail, like just right before the corner pocket, with a lot of inside. Sorry. Yeah, inside English, and get it to come straight back down.
Oh, he's.
But this is tough. He's so close to the rail.
Yeah, you see, there's all these balls. He's worried about touching.
I think we need an overhead view of this. Oh, he got it.
It was actually a good hit.
He got up there on one stroke. Dude. He barely even put his hand on his table before he.
Yeah, you don't want to be in the stress position too long. That's why a lot of players will do that. And this one does go. Slide this down the rail, and he's going to be automatic on the 2. I like both. I like switching it up. Let's see what you can do. I think the 4 does go by. Goes by the 7.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So it's all about preference now. He does like to move the cue ball using a second rail as well. Very nice.
Yeah, it comes right into that shot line.
If he's straight, he can just draw it back. Not that much, though. Wow.
Wait, you said draw it back to the rail, Bill?
He's absolutely overcooked that. I mean, you're talking maybe 6 inches to draw that back. That was all he needed. But I don't think he wanted to stretch.
No.
Brought it back to the rail.
I think he'll be okay here.
Yeah, it just makes it slightly more distance than he wanted, but so much table, there's so much blue there to work with. Yeah, it could really finish anywhere after that and it wouldn't have mattered.
I like that he went all the way down instead of trying to float into shape.
Just allows you to let your stroke out. It's
Flashlight might be on though. I saw something really bright. Maybe I'm making it up.
We're all going crazy.
Maybe it's our future.
It's only half a day, mate. We're only half a day in.
I know. Oh, we're
yeah.
We're way many days in.
We're about 49 days in right now.
Oh yes, Dylan Spohr hanging tough with Brandon Shuff.
He's trying to tie it up right now.
See what I did there, hanging tough with Brandon Shuff? I'm a poet and I didn't even know it.
We've had enough.
Make a rhyme every time.
Position. This is where I was breaking from as well.
What's that? Just one ball in from?
Yeah, just a slight hair over the diamond, and then it just really allows you to go straight at it. Because I've noticed a lot of people that are putting it left and right are scratching. That was unfortunate because he got kicked, but
yeah.
A lot of players that are going left and right, they're scratching in the side pockets a lot. So to avoid that, I'm just no problem with the template just going straight down the middle.
Try break there by Dylan Spohr. Brandon Shuff going to get back to the table.
I think he has a look at this. He has a look at the 1-2. One as well.
So tough out of the pocket here. Oh, I didn't call the 10 ball, though. Nice shot there by Brandon Shuff. Oh, he's definitely got everything opened up now. 4-ball on the side to the 5. Then he'll just have to make sure that he gets in position to get down to the 6 at the bottom of the table. Doesn't want to get too straight here.
Yeah, push it around. That's perfect.
Oh, that's good. That'll work.
That's good. Like you said, you can force follow this.
I do dislike this angle a little bit personally myself because it's a little deceiving here.
Good thing is with the slippery cloth, you can reverse it, so you can use low right and spin by the 10, or you can use a high left and try and spin it around the back of the 8. It's all dependent on preference and how much cue power. I know we all know he's got cue power.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, he might have to draw this back off.
It is a bit of a hero shot, but again, you know, Brandon's good enough just to take this forward towards the rail and just play it long.
See, he just looked. So he just pointed back there by that first diamond where he's standing. So he may be thinking about drawing this 2 rails and back out to the other side, maybe even 3 rails,
or punching it. Maybe he's trying to punch it 1 rail.
Oh, that's what he did. Oh, look
He's
at
in
this.
a bit of outside. That's going to be really unfortunate if he gets behind there. Oh my god.
Did he get behind there?
No, I think he's good actually.
That's tough.
I'd be fuming right now.
He's hooked himself a lot this set.
Really unfortunate there.
Yeah, he's
looking to the pool gods. Just had a little look to the sky there.
You tell he was visibly upset there.
Can he twist it with a bit of English, do you think? Or do you think he's just going to play up and down safety?
This is so tough, right? Because you know this shot right here is probably going to be the sider.
It is, yeah.
And he certainly doesn't want to leave an open shot for...
Well, they've been trading blows left and right, so whoever, like I say, it's edged forwards. So you've got to say whoever gets on the hill first is going to take this. It doesn't like it at all.
No.
I don't blame him.
I mean, the only thing I really could see here, it's so tough.
Take it to the overhead again. Now I wonder if do you think he can 2-rail it and bring the cue ball behind the 8?
So originally that's what I was thinking. I was thinking he'd come across 1-2 rails back here, send the 6 up.
2-rail it into the corner, into the 10-ball corner. That's the 1 pocket shot, right?
Yeah, you can. So do you call that just in case?
I think he's just going up and down. This is like the snooker safety. And if he gets the rail, this is a very good shot. Fantastic hit. Really nice. This makes it uber difficult now. But Dylan has been known to cut the paint off him.
I know. He's still young and fearless.
Yeah, he's got those tiger eyes. But he's going to trust the table.
Play it safe.
Oh, I don't like it. It's leaked out.
Yep.
That's
Too fast.
That's going to be the one that haunts him in this match, because I think he just sold out the rack.
Yep.
You know, I mean, just never surprises me with some people.
Hey, there's a reason we're here to elevate things.
Yeah, what's he gonna do here, man? Is he gonna?
I honestly don't know, but this is a straight cut. It cuts, so I don't know what he's looking at.
I don't know if he can see the edge of the 6.
Yeah, I think the 7 is blocking the cut into the corner pocket.
I think he's got to bank this.
Wow.
Is it banked by the 8? Is that what he was looking at?
You know, if he's going to try to play a safe and put him on a 7.
For the life of me think that how this doesn't cut. Wow, it didn't either. Look at that. It's another.
Look, he's gonna roll it. At least he's on.
I mean, it's perfect, but you leave the bank now. This is very bankable.
Now, does the 8 come into play coming off for the bank?
It kind of does, but I think the pace he's going to play it at.
It'll hit it and it won't even matter.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm staring. He's literally looking right at me.
Oh, he checked it up.
Oh wow, look at this for a shot.
Oh.
That is gravy.
Unbelievable.
Absolute gravy. Good safety.
That's such a clutch part of the match.
Yeah, but you got to say that Brandon left him in. I don't know. Only he can tell us, but that definitely looked makeable to me. Maybe he just didn't fancy it. Now you've got to say this is 90% in Dylan's favour. Hard to get safe from here.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to have to come down. He's going to be kicking here at the short rail, I would assume, for sure.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you're trying to make it, maybe go the long rail way, but...
You would, yeah. But I almost like coming in 2 rails at this 6. You know, coming in behind it.
Trying to split it, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
See,
wow.
try to come in from behind it.
Wow.
But this is probably not going to be good. Nope.
And just... Oh, I don't know, you know. This is dead straight. This is, he's going to have to put some stink on it.
See if Dylan draw this straight back up and get short side on the 7. How nice would that be?
Just big. This is a cakewalk for Dylan's stroke. Here it is. Slidey.
I mean, you can't complain with that shot at all.
Nope. And again, one rail into the 8 ball here. You've got the perfect angle there. There it is. Don't want to see Shuff on the loser's side, but he's going to have to play very, very well now to close out the final 2. Nine ball.
Yeah.
10 ball to take himself on the hill. Oh, nicely done. And that safety on the 8, maybe we could take another look at that one and just see the shot that really sealed the match for him here. And look at the distance between the 1 and the 6. That's a full table, so controls this cue ball so nicely. And he controls the object ball too. It's not just a lock-up. He would have got the safety anyway. He thinks this is going all the way. Do we think this is a break and run? Want a beer on it? Go on, you got to say it. Got to say it before he
fine,
breaks.
yes. I'm on it.
Oh no!
I win.
Damn it.
Look how fast that happened.
Oh no! I meant a reverse break dish.
I will have grumpy apples, please.
You want a grumpy apples? No problem, mate.
Yes. Actually, well, you technically don't have to owe me one because I know where they're at.
Don't tell me that. Well, he's got ball in hand, so he's just looking at where the problem ball is, and that's the 4 and the 8. So I think maybe he could just, if he gets this side of the 4, I think he can just play the carom and leave the 4 into the top pocket as we look. He wants to take care of it early though. I can see where his mind's at, but genuinely I don't think he has to. Is that the 5 that's left, or did the 3 go? It is the 5. So actually, sorry, it's. I thought that was a 3 ball. It's the 5. So nicely done. The 7's down as well. And again, I don't think he needs to do too much with this. So put the 2 in the other side, play the carom, then the 4 to the 5, 6 to the 9, and then Bob's your uncle. Make it sound easy from here, right? There'll be a lot of pressure on this. I think genuinely this is the right shot though. Lots of space to work with a 4 down the rail. Maybe we could get a little look at Brandon in the chair right now. He's got to be upset with that scratch. Yeah, his mask is down. He knows that Dylan's more than capable of running these out. Well, he's a little straight though, Jake. He's going to have to draw this back.
Yeah.
On and off the rail.
Oh, he went forward.
I mean, that's brutal. Why would you go forward there? Obviously, it's comfort, but...
Yeah, and I mean, now he's... it's not hateful, really.
No. Playing the short side, though.
To the side pocket, yeah.
Yeah, you couldn't pay me to go short side there.
I wonder if he just didn't draw just because it was close to the rail. He didn't want to jack up.
That's exactly the reason. Oh, nicely done.
Drains it.
He said, not a problem.
From downtown.
And now, compose yourself. Have a little walk round. Let the nerves dissipate. Practice strokes. And you've made this ball 100 times. Wow, he really overcooked that. Made sure it went in. I don't think I would have played for the side pocket there.
He's just a short side monster.
I mean,
I've never seen him as much of a finesse player. He does have a lot of power in his game. That's how he likes it.
He's got his number now. Wow.
Pumps it. How many times is that he's won the last?
I mean, I think that... I don't know how many they played in between, but the last time I saw them match up, Dylan got the best of him. So there's a killer on the B side, as they say. So be careful over there. Dylan Spohr is going to move on.